Hello. Welcome to the fourth part of the I'll be taking a break for personal reasons. A special thanks to my channel members and Patreon for supporting me. And if you want to support, you can join my channel membership or Patreon for as low as $1. Thank you very much. Let's begin. At the beginning of this part, we see that Yuilshin is fighting with Shinyu. Shinyu jumps toward Yuilshin ready to attack him and says, "I'll reveal your identity." Yuilshin hitting him in the forehead with a spoon. Yuilshin thinks, "What was that just now?" Yuilshin says, "I'm not gonna let you off easily. I'll make you cry as much as the chicken soup spilled." Shinyu says, "You keep going on about the chicken soup. Who gives a shit about that chicken soup?" Yuilshin gets angry and says, "What? You really want to die, huh?" Shinyu says, "I just let my guard down earlier. I won't go easy on you this time." Yuilshin appears right in front of him really fast and says, "Let's see it then." He is really surprised. Shinyu thinks he's fast, but coming right within my reach? How foolish. Yuilshin hits him again and says, "That's for the chicken wing." Shinyu thinks, "That damn chicken soup. Let's see how long you can talk about that stupid chicken soup." Yuilshin keeps talking about chicken soup and keeps hitting him. Shinyu is all beat up. Yuilshin says, "Is that all you've got? I can't have you passing out already. I only beat you up enough for one bowl, but you spilled two." Shinyu says, "I've underestimated you. I wasn't going to use this skill because it might hurt others in the area." He uses Taiji double blade skill unlock. Some really strong energy surrounds him. Everyone is standing barely because of the wind. Sword Phantom says, "You're out of your mind. Do you intend on hurting innocent bystanders?" Shinyu says, "This is all for you, strong sword." Serpent sword class special technique. Dragon Fang. Shinyu swings the spoon. Manhwa Sect special technique Plum Blossom Rampage. Student says, "Petals inside the building? It smells nice." Shinyu says, "You're too late." Yuilshin says, "Disappear." Shinyu is really surprised and thinks, "What?" A realm of the imagination that can completely nullify the opponent's skill. It's a skill that can defeat even a double S class in just one go. At least a triple S class. No, he's more than that. That is the realm of the sword god. I tried to win against someone like him. I was foolish. Sword Phantom comes running and says, "Sword god." Sword Phantom bow in front of him and says, "Shinyu definitely deserves to die many times over. But please have mercy and spare his life." Shinyu thinks, "Strong sword. I knew you still thought of me as your friend." Yuilshin says, "Sword Phantom, don't be so worried. I'll take care of it." Sword Phantom says, "If that's what you will do, then I will follow him." Yuilshin says, "You're so dramatic." Skill telekinesis. Sword Phantom's sword goes flying. Yuilshin says, "I meant I'm gonna heal Shinyu. You don't need to be so dramatic." He uses God's healing ring finger. Shinyu says, "How can this?" Sword Phantom says, "Did you see? That is the sword god I serve." Shinyu thinks, "Yes, you're right. He's." Shinyu says, "You're the real sword god. I am sorry I didn't realize sooner." Yuilshin thinks, "I don't like where this is going." All the students are really happy and says, "Did teacher Yuilshin just win against Shinyu? That's super cool." Someone is standing outside and says, "Found you. Yuilshin. It was you. I need to report to the Three Heroes Society right away." Yuilshin says, "What?" Shinyu says, "Please take me in as your disciple." System says, "You have succeeded in fostering obsessive faith using overwhelming power and fear." Shinyu is now a zealous. Quest, Intermediate Class God Promotion in progress. S-Class Possessing Transcendence Potential Sacrifice, 13 out of 100. Yuilshin thinks, "Oh yeah, he was an S-Class too, wasn't he? I do welcome S-Class followers, but there is still something we have yet to resolve." Shinyu says, "What do you mean?" "That saying is that you shouldn't even touch a dog when they're eating a meal. You need to apologize to me and the chicken." Shinyu says, "I'm sorry I dared to interrupt your meal. Please wait a bit." Shinyu says, "How much can you prepare in cash right now?" Yuilshin thinks, "Cash?" They bring a lot of money to Yuilshin. Yuilshin is really happy and thinks, "How much is all this?" "I did hear that Shinyu is the youngest son of a wealthy family." Someone says, "I'm the general manager of the Osong Group. Please take care of the young master." Shinyu says, "It's not much, but it's compensation for your chicken soup." Yuilshin thinks, "This is the compensation I get for some spilled chicken soup." Shinyu says, "If you become my master, I will give it my all. So please." Sword Phantom says, "Who do you think he is? You try to buy your way into becoming his disciple?" Yuilshin says, "Sword Phantom, this is special training. Go run around the field 100 times immediately." He says, "Yes, sir." Shinyu says, right? Who would accept someone who tried to kill him as his disciple? I guess someone like me can't be your disciple. Yuilshin smiles and says, I fully understand how much you regret your actions. Well, food can get knocked over sometimes in life. Shinyu says, you're so merciful. No wonder strong sword serves you. Then, will you take me in as your disciple too? Yuilshin thinks, that's gonna be a bit annoying. What am I gonna do with someone who's already in S-class? There is no benefit in that. The thousand blades that cut all says that is how the world of cold hard business works and claps. I don't need your praise. Well, let's think about it. A way to get him off my ass while taking his money. Right? Yuilshin says, you want to become my disciple? He says, yes, sword god. Yuilshin says, then let's do this. He gave him a book. Shin says, this is. Are you really giving me this? Yuilshin says, of course. He thinks, I bought it before realizing it was the 1000 blade that cuts all scam. But now it's coming in handy. System says, a book left behind by Zhang Sifeng, price, 20 million god coins. Yuilshin says, go and learn the wise Taiji sword before returning. Then I'll accept you as my disciple. Yuilshin says, can you not do it? He says, I can. I will learn it and become your disciple. Yuilshin thinks he's fallen for it. He says, I'll look forward to it, and also, don't ever come to me if you haven't completed it. Shinyu says, then I will now take my leave to learn it. Yuilshin says, okay, you should hurry. Everything's going my way. Now what should I do with all this money? After that we see behind the academy building. Someone is talking on the phone saying, 3 Hero Society's Academy Branch Secret Agent Dark Ghost reporting. The one who stole the Manhwa sword was Yuilshin. To regain it, I think we'll need to assassinate him. After that we saw China, a female hunter killing some really strong monsters easily. She says, that was super weak for an S-class monster. Are there none that are stronger? My sword won't be satisfied with this kind of weakness. She is China's strongest hunter, Xiaoming. Someone gets there and says, descendant of swordsman, Xiaoming Nim. Orders from the 3 Heroes Society. You're to kill a Korean academy teacher, Yuilshin, who appears to be double S-class, and bring back the stolen Manhwa sword. She is really happy and says, double S-class? That would satisfy my sword, right? I'll cut off his head. Just wait a bit, Asura's soul-stealing sword. I'll give you lots of delicious blood soon. Inside the academy cafeteria, Yuilshin is holding the money and says, what a profit. Even if I've been promoted to a god, money is still the best. It's nice, but I'll have to find out a bit more about the 3 Hero Society. Something smells a bit fishy. He thinks about the Truth Seeker saying, the god of destruction's followers and copy is weakening up. I feel like that has something to do with it. He says, Sword Phantom, are you already done? He says, 100 laps is nothing. Since you did well, let's go get chicken and beat. My treat. Sword Phantom says, yes, sir. He has eaten a lot of chicken and thinks, my appetite sure has increased after becoming a low-class god. I ate almost all of the 10 chickens on my own. Well, I guess that's how much I need to eat to regain my divine power. And I can afford to order 10 chickens, thanks to the money from Shinyu. This building is mine. Now I'm a landlord. Plus I'm a low-class god. I can treat myself to this much. I've saved so many lives after all. Eating the chickens is fine, but cleaning up after is a hassle. It'd be nice if those bones would just jump into the trash on their own. Should I hire a maid? Or use telekinesis? The bones start to move on their own. Yuilshin thinks, what did it just move? Why is it suddenly moving on its own when I didn't even use telekinesis? Follower Go Seduk's Yiksha connection has been added to skill sharing. Yiksha connection class S God Seduk's exclusive technique. The stronger the resentment, the easier it is to put to work. He thinks, Yiksha connection. The stronger the resentment, the easier it is to put to work. What does that mean? Whatever. I'll just try it out. Skill sharing Go Seduk, Yiksha connection. Some shadow monsters appear. Yuilshin gets scared and thinks, what's this? The 4th part of the I'll be taking a break for personal reasons ends here. If you want to see more, please subscribe and like. And if you want to support me financially, you can join my channel membership or Patreon only for $1. Patreon and Discord links are in the description if you want to support me. And a special thanks to all my channel members for supporting me. Thanks for watching.